Hey guys, so today we are going to chat about the few of dangerous animals we should stay away from. Most people say with a bit of humorous attitude that if you see them running, something is chasing them. And we tell you what, after learning about these animals, you would be sprinting if they have ever gave chase. From an aggressive fish that'll make you stay out of water for good to a deadly octopus that means business, here are some of the dangerous animals you should run away from. Number 1. Venomous pus caterpillars. The pus caterpillar, which goes by the name of asp or southern funnel moth caterpillar, is quite a large insect that covers in a furry coat. But rather than feature soft, fine hairs that cause to no harm, these furs are spines that break off in your skin, cause hematoma bruising, and enough pain that even morphine can't get rid of it. They are endemic to southern US, but they also have now been found in South California, Texas, and Florida. The worst part about being in contact with venomous pus caterpillar is that it doesn't feel like it's hurting you straight away. Instead, the pain builds up as the tiny spines dig their way you into your skin. If you ever find yourself in contact with one, don't be in a hurry to brush it off you frantically. Carefully lift it with the tweezers or a branch, then carefully remove your clothing and shower. This is one creature you don't want to have any evidence of left on you. Number 2. Amblypygi. The amblypygi, which roughly translates to rump blunt due to lack of a tail, it is not a spider, nor is a scorpion. It's a bit of both, and we don't know if that makes it more or less terrifying. If the amblypygi looks familiar, then you would be right. Any Harry Potter fans in the house will remember it from the scene in the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, where Professor Moody used the Imperio curse on it and made it dance. Fortunately, this critter, which can be classed as a whip spider, doesn't have any venom, nor do they build any webs. They do have a pretty scary pair of claws though, and they know how to use them. The amblypygi had a flat body, 8 legs, and giant pincers that used to catch prey. They also have 8 eyes, but their vision isn't all that great. If you are going to go out looking for one, and we suggest you don't because they look terrifying, and you'll find them in subtropical and tropical regions. Just don't get too close, for their bite really does pack a punch. Number 3. Giant African land snail. A snail dangerous? We know it sounds ridiculous. We wouldn't say this gastropod is dangerous to humans, but it's dangerous to our crops and agriculture industry, which makes it not very welcome at all here in US or in any other country. The giant African land snail is one of the largest of its kind, growing up to almost 8 inches long and 4 inches tall. It lives in many different countries around the world, but it tends to thrive in hot and humid conditions. While it's not going to pin you down and devour you whole, it is going to cause chaos wherever to slithers to. It loves plants and will decimate crops and greenery of around 500 different types. It's highly invasive and also breeds quite rapidly. They can hatch about 1200 eggs per year with a survival rate of 90%. They are also quite terrifying to look at, especially if you are a little bit squirmy with insects. They have a brown, red, and yellowish shell and a slug-like body beneath it. They even have tiny teeth so that they can scrape their food before they tuck in. So, while not dangerous in traditional sense, this insect is still not for the weak-stomached. Number 4. Japanese giant hornet. If you went around biting people under their organs failed, ripping the heads of people, and dismembering their bodies, then you would probably end in jail or death row. But the Japanese giant hornet gets away with it, and they are definitely a dangerous animal that you'll also going to want to get close not to. They are twice the size of a normal hornet and probably twice a grumpy too. Their venom can be fatal, and they have a long stinger and mandibles that allow them to tear their prey apart literally. Sounds like a delightful insect, right? What they do have going for them is that they are quite pretty. They have black, yellow, orange, and brown coloring yellow bands and dramatic broad wings. But their looks won't win them any kudos with those who are trying to hunt down. They can fly at speed of 25 miles per hour, and they are incredibly aggressive. If you happen to stumble across a Japanese giant hornet nest, then all we can say is be calm. Running will only cause them to take up chase and attack. Up to 40 people lose their lives to giant hornet every year, with most deaths caused by anaphylactic shock. However, their venom can also cause death as it can chew through tissue and decimate red blood cells. Want to avoid being stung? Stay inside. Number 5. Amazonian Giant Centipede. Why is it that everything in the shape of a snake wants us dead? If it's not snakes themselves, it's caterpillars and centipedes. Can't we all just get along? The Amazonian giant centipede is an aggressive, grumpy, and unfriendly insect that's both giant and venomous. It grows up to 12 inches long and has a pair of legs on each of 21 to 23 sections of its body. That's a lot of legs. But don't get too caught in counting legs, for you'll need to use your own to run away from them. The Amazonian giant centipede may not have the best eyesight, but they sure know how to eat. They devour birds, snakes, bats, tarantulas, frogs, and lizards, and they'll slice and dice their victims until they are in bite-sized pieces. If that's not bad enough, then the venom that releases it's that toxic that it can kill small animals and can affect humans too. Anyone who has been bitten by an Amazonian giant centipede can find themselves with a fatigue, a chill, fever, pain, and swelling. While death is unlikely, it's still not a comfortable experience. If you see an Amazonian giant centipede on your travels through South America, then run. Number 6. Cone snail. So, how on earth does a small snail manage to bring down a fish? Well, the answer will see you water exploits limited to the bathtub from here on it. They are venomous, and not just a little bit but a whole lot. They are the most toxic of over 500 cone snail species and have several human deaths to answer for. They use an awful harpoon like tooth to deliver the venom, which causes paralysis. There is also no way to cure it other than try to keep the sufferer alive until the toxin wears off. But it's not all bad news. It is potential in the research world for the venom of a cone snail to form part of pain-killing drugs. So far, it has been proven to be 10 times more powerful than morphine. Researchers just have to figure out how to make sure it doesn't kill anyone in the process. Number 7. Scorpions. They are pretty damn resilient. They have been around for at least 400 million years, and each scorpion's lifespan is around a quarter of a century. They can live for about 1 year without food and will even survive underwater for up to 2 days. That's pretty impressive. They also glow in dark, which can be really helpful in trying to locate them. All you need is a UV light, and you can work out if you have got an infestation around your property or not. But here's where they turn from impressive to downright terrifying. They are venomous. They have a needle-like point on their tail that delivers venom. How much venom it produces depends on how badly it wants to kill. Fortunately, being stung by a scorpion doesn't mean you planning your funeral. It's uncomfortable, but there is an anti-venom available. There are also only a few scorpion species like the Arizona bark scorpion that can produce a fatal sting. Number 8. Blue-ringed octopus. It's so cute. It's tiny, beautiful, vibrant, and flits around the ocean so daintily that you would never expect it to be dangerous. But newsflash, the blue-ringed octopus is one of the deadliest octopus in the world. They carry enough poison to kill people, but you may not even know you have been bitten. Their painless bite causes two small puncture wounds, and it's a race against time to get rid of tetrodotoxin from your body while fighting paralysis, heart failure, nausea, respiratory distress, and blindness. Sounds like a good time all around. Fortunately, attacks are rare. Most occur when humans accidentally stand on them in the ocean and when the octopus feels threatened. If death occurs, it's due to a lack of oxygen. CPR can often bring the victim back to life, who can then make a full recovery. Still, it is not a better option just to stay away from the water. The worst part is they don't just use one type of venom, but two. The first one is from saliva, which encapsulates its prey but doesn't kill them. They then go back and kill the victim with the second dose. One is a defense venom, while one is murderous one. We are pretty sure that they won't be making too many friends in the ocean. So that's a wrap, folks. Now you know what to avoid on your travels into the great outdoors. Have you seen any of these animals in person? We would like to hear from you about your experience. Thank you.